Hello, it's another episode of the Edo Diaspora talk show where we talk everything Edo Diaspora and edostate. And I've got lovely people here today, important people. Auntie, I'm very happy to see you here. Please introduce yourself while I put my hand out for a handshake. Very
good to see you.
Good to see you. I have Princess Beatrice Okoruwa. Princess Beatrice Okoruwa. And I have over there her husband, Mr.
Solomon Okoruwa.
And to my right, I have my present, Jesse Ugodaro. And today we're going to talk something special. If you were in an Edo Association, if you're thinking of joining any, this is the show for you. Princess, you know when I call you Princess, everybody know where we come from. That our royal family is very big. Take a second. Explain to us your lineage. Just a second. Where you're coming from.
Okay, my granddad, he was the Oba. So I've left Nigeria for too long. So my granddad was the Oba
we have many. We have Oba Vorame, we have Oba Esige.
So before Oboram.
Before Vorame, there was a.
I know that's Babanosa was Babanosa and the Yagwe. That's how it.
No, before Vorame, there was.
Yeah, my granddad is Ecuador. So my granddad was King Ecuador, and he was the father of Ovorame. Ovorame happened to be his first son. So he had 5 sons. Ovorame was the first. My granddad was the last.
Yes.
So Ovorame became king, and then the other 4 they were distributed to Logi of
different places.
Yes. Yeah, but my granddad was sent to Benin to be the head of Amagba.
Okay.
So that's where my princess came from. So my granddad became the Inogi of Amagba, and that's it. So we followed that lineage. So that's how I became princess. So King Ovorame is my great uncle.
Yeah. Very good, very good. You know, funny enough, because you're Princess Beatrice Okoruwa, married to Solomon, you seem to your royal name is gone. You know, you're now getting uncle's royal name. It's Okoruwa.
I'm a chief.
You're a chief. People don't recognize you. You have to explain who you are. I suppose if you're a boy.
Yes, because it's because my dad. Well, my dad is a man.
Yes.
So I became a princess.
Yes, sure.
But if my connection with the royal family was female, I will not be a princess.
Yes. Thank you very much. You know that becomes a deal that happens a lot now. Yeah. You see, maybe the grandmother is a part of the royal family. You see somebody standing up, calling himself a prince. Meanwhile, the grandmother was the only one. The grandfather is not.
Yeah.
And then that's what you just explained, because I've come across a lot of them.
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, that's what happens there.
I want to talk now. Today we speak sometimes, and you have told me, you said, Mr. Yamu, I want to join an Edo Association. Maybe Princess, we've spoken a few times, and you have said, Mr. Yamu, I want to join an Edo Association in diaspora. Before I ask you which type, how long have you been here? I first ask you, why have you just gotten up one day and say, I need to find if there's an Edo Association here and join? What happened?
The thing is that I was born in Benin, but I grew up in Lagos. I was taken to Lagos at a very early age. So, and then from Lagos to London. So the friendship group I had from my youth, they were Yorubas.
Okay.
So, and those that I know here or back home, when there is a party or something, you practically call me Yoruba woman, because that's where, those are the people I know and those are the people I kind of familiarized myself with. It is in their place I went to school. It's their culture I really understand. So and then my children are also growing up. So we have 2 girls. They're growing up, the big girls now. The older one is 35, the younger one is 27.
Wow.
So, but we've been taking them home. We try to establish ourselves in Nigeria so that they will be able to come home, feel comfortable, and kind of culturalize, be part of the culture. But I started having a feeling that when the Yorubas are having party, you see Yorubas.
Yes.
But when I'm having party as an Edo woman, I see Yorubas.
Okay.
So where do I really belong? And I don't want my children to be lost. You see what I'm saying? So I want my children to understand the culture, our culture. I'm from a family where culture is very, very important. Yeah. So I want them to have that. To know your culture is knowing yourself, knowing who you are, where you come from. So it builds you up as a person. It builds your character as a person. So you'll be able to walk with your head raised because you know where you come from. So those things are missing. My children are speaking English. They don't speak Benin. They don't speak Yoruba. So at a point I felt these children will be lost. When I'm gone, they might not even have the interest of even going back home or even know where I come from. So I started from that the kids need to know, well, no kids, that they need to know where they come from and have that culture, make friends in their own zone, because that's your own comfort zone, your own safety net. Make friends and start to know how you relate to each other. So that was the main thing for me. Then the second one was socializing. I socialized with a lot of Yoruba people, but not even a single yes. And I know back home my uncle said to me, there's an association for royal family. But before you go into association of royal family, you have to know one royal family that will introduce you into the into it. But then my husband joined Connect, so it's a safety. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
The surprise for me is, for instance, us staying here, it's not charity, it's money.
Yes.
So to be able to do this sort of a thing where people can tailor, he needs to be supported.
Sure.
You know, to do what he's doing, and not only in political area, like me now socializing, and the children learning things. So if he's supported financially, I'm sure he can diversify. He can go into other areas that will benefit the community.
This is true.
So that is aside. That's how I feel anyway.
Thank you.
So that's how I then decided, okay, let's find out where the Edo Union something is. Yeah. And I went on the internet. I searched and searched and searched. You can go on Google and Google my name, and it will be quicker for you to know whom I am than for you to know who the Edo
Association.
Wow. Yeah. So I went round and round, and I said, before I become a victim of scam, let me retract myself. So I then went to him and then said to him, look, this is what my issue is. No, I actually found your this sort of thing on internet, and I read it, and I went into the story, and I read, and I said, this is very interesting. I actually made my comments there. And I said, let me contact him. I said, this is what I'm looking for. And I contacted him, and he said, oh, that's not a problem. From there, we went into other things, and, you know, very productive meeting. But he has always been with my husband. They have their own kind of lynch, you know, they have their own discussion. So that's how it came about.
Very nice. Before I give you a chance to talk, I want to ask Mr. Solomon, it's okay to accept that your wife, she was in Lagos from when she was young, and she came here, so she didn't really have much. We want to know your excuse. We want to know about you. You grew up in Benin, you know, you came here, and you don't belong to any Edo associations as well.
No, I mean, the challenge is, you see, coming here for everybody is a shock. The shock is too much. And for you to be able to fit into the system, you have, first of all, culture yourself into the English culture. Whether people like it or not, there is an English culture.
Sure.
Once you fit into the English culture, they absorb you, they accept you, then start mellowing out for you. But in the process of that, facing those challenges, you don't have time to network. You don't have time to visit. Because the time you're working, some people are off because of the shift pattern.
Yeah.
And by the time you're off, some people are working. It's difficult to connect. And that's why when I spotted you years ago, I connected immediately.
Thank you.
And then I like the drive in you, the passion for what you're doing, and that's what I've been trying to support. Though I know you're facing challenges as well, but then we really need to connect to build a culture here.
You're a wonderful man, and he said the truth. So very well said, very well. And now, Mr. Sasu, me and you, we have been in the Edo community. I want to use the word virgin, just for this exercise. Princess wants to join an Edo Association, her husband too. You have been in Edo Association. Let us not overstate what goes on there. And we don't want to disappoint Princess further down the line. I want you to explain to her what you get by joining Edo Associations of Diaspora.
What the Princess idea is very laudable.
Yes.
It tells us that want to connect with our roots.
Yes.
Yes, the truth is that, like what she just said, I think I have one or two leaders of that group. I'm going to really tell them off. You know why? Because if at this age, at this stage, you still can't find them on the internet, that's ridiculous. So the truth is that I have been a part of it. I've actually done. I've had to post Edo Day, in the past. I've had to. But the truth is that I'm a member of the community, very active in the community, but I don't belong to the association. But that does not, like everybody in the association are like personal friends to me. Like the president is a personal friend of mine. That's the person I'm going to really have a go at. So the thing is, it is very good for us to do this because we look at, you see, I will get worried. I don't know if you guys watch that what's it called? The wedding that happened in Kenya, when the Kenya president was saying that Nigerian men. So the thing is that I feel that in the Benin communities, in the Edo community in the UK, you see, our young girls are marrying non-native. But you go to a Yoruba wedding, you see Bola marrying Kenny. Whereas if you go to the Benin community, you always come across Ade Osasu, Ade Ghanaian. So the thing is that what Munahi have just said is a very important thing that we actually need to even re-energize ourselves. And if we need to have a public discussion, because we need to have structured system so that our children can meet each other.
Yes. I've got two questions, and I propose it both ways. I spoke to Miss Margaret Osawe not so long ago, and she said she doesn't belong to any Edo association because she's got friends, a lot of them. And I'm hearing the same from you. Can we separate having friends from Edo State from having an association? Because I'm sure you have friends from Edo State, yeah? But it's different from having belonging to an association.
Yes.
What is the difference with having friends from Edo State and belonging to an association?
You see, it's a what's it called? It's an orientation. It's a nutritional issue. The truth is that because as a child, I grew up in Benin. Me and my siblings were the core friends. So we actually do things in our own way. So, but I have never been a part of a progressive union. That's the truth of the matter. So because I haven't done it before, it is quite. But I have a network of friends
who are doing it.
Like if I say today that you could be a part of a meeting, and then you call maybe because of their restricted, their strict rules, you get 20 people. Me, I'm not a member of an association. If I call, I will get 100.
Oh.
So, but that is just the way. But the truth is that what we are saying, what the discussion we are having here now, gives me a whole different insight. Because the truth is that if we don't belong to associations, we don't mingle, and then there is no restriction. Like if I invite you for a party, my son is getting married, you can feel, Osasu is unfortunate that I can't make it. But if we belong to an association together, you are there is
responsibility
to make it good. I like that example. Now, and Auntie, I want to come to you because the Okoruwas are the ones that we really want to. Now, in order of importance, if I ask you to say, why do you want to join one? Is it because of the language? Is it because to be with your people? Is it because of the celebration? Is it because of the children? Is it because of knowing how to contribute to your community? Which one will stay first to you that I want to join? Because I'm asking you this, we've spoken about friends, we've spoken about association, to see whether their objective match what you're looking for.
The first thing for me is for my kids to know where I come from. They're used to it. They speak English because that's how we brought them up. They make friends with English, with Asian, with everybody. But I want to be at home and somebody who is ringing the bell is speaking Benin. He's asking me, I want to see Leah, I want to see Helen. Koye, that kind of is missing, and I really miss it a lot. But people won't understand what I'm talking about.
Sorry, just give you're more concerned with the kids.
Yeah. I want my kids to be that, to be part of the culture, to understand, to just maybe it's getting. I think as I grew older, I started to think back, reflect, and I started to realize that even me myself, I'm lost. So if I'm lost, what about my kids? So I have to track my steps to come back home. I don't have Benin friends. I have care homes, my own business. I actually go out of my way to recruit Benin.
They don't know why? Do they know why?
They don't know why. I will recruit Benin, they will be misbehaving, and people will be telling me, I will call them, Uma, they say, call ye, and all that. I just be there. Just, even when I have a cancer, I will call him, Uma say, no, we are doing that. So they will be saying, the managers will be saying, but they don't have the experience. I say, just train them. Just train them. So I've gone to that extent, of doing things like that. But so, like I said, seriously, I feel that I am lost, and I just want to be part of something. But what I've gathered, information I've gathered so far, Connect is very structured. We can see the vision, what he intends to achieve. And when it is structured and you can see a vision, then you can tap into that vision, because the end result will be beneficial to everybody. But my research for the Edo community and what I saw on one of the videos he recorded, I don't actually see it as a structured society, and I don't want to say because I'm desperate to be part of something and then get into something that will be even more destructive. So for that reason, that is why I'm hell bent on him. So, but you see, the thing is that to make, they said to make a country, to become a country, a lot of people have to be part of that country and build it up. So it is easier for us to criticize, but if we are not, if we are passionate, let that passion reflect in how we want that association to work, to be, so that it will be an enticing place that parents want to go, and you want to go with your kids, and they will come there and they will see that, oh, this is Benin, this is a community I want to be part of. And then also that society can now branch out into youth communities, where the youth can actually set up their own community and they can be doing things together. So this is how Yoruba people do theirs. I'm sorry to say. This is how they do theirs. But they put money into it. So they say put money where your mouth is. So the Yoruba people contribute money. They actually put money towards what they do. Because they want it, and that's why they are so powerful. Like the woman, the mayor you were talking about, if that happened to a Yoruba person, you will see serious lawyers and barristers and everybody will come out to defend that person. We don't have it in Benin.
Thank you.
There are a lot of Benin. There's a young man, through job, I gave him job somewhere. When he came to this country, he knew no one. He did his whatever he needs to do to be able to establish himself. He's just struggling. He's just there. Nobody to talk to. Nobody to. We need an association that is strong enough and will be able to stand up for their own people wherever in the whole world, and they will be recognized not only by the government of this country, but first by our own government. And the government cannot start singing our praise. We are working hard, and they're taking the credit. So if they want us to really work, because that woman they put as diaspora something, she just has a job, lifetime job for herself.
Yes,
she's been there. I've been there for so many
years. She just works for herself. Yes. I don't see her helping anybody. I have not seen.
It's only when the president is traveling that you see.
You see her. She dressed up and all that. Then she's following him. So these are people self-serving. They're not really serving any community whatsoever, or serving the purpose of their position. They're not doing anything. So we have a governor now in Benin, in Edo State, that is willing to listen. Yes. But if we are not actually standing firmly here, how can we even communicate with that governor? The only person is Connect that is trying to break through that wall, and even the wall is strong. He can't do it on his own.
Thank you.
But if we had a very strong Benin Edo community here that is thriving and is helping and has historical achievement for the community, it would be easy for you to approach it, the government and say, this is what we've done, this is what we've done, and this is how we want to contribute to Edo State. So this is what I am looking at, but it doesn't seem it's realistic.
Oh, this is possible.
It is possible. It is possible. I want to because I'm happy to have him here because he's very well versed in community matters. But before I even come to him, I want to ask Uncle, we hear Auntie's story, and I've heard, and it's the same. It's the same with you. The same care that Auntie has expressed, the children and everything. But as far as I know, and I will say it here, I'm not a member of an association. I know a lot of presidents and the association, and I'm speaking to the presidents, especially the women one, to come out, to reach out to Auntie and see. But association take time. Association take, they do a lot. And Auntie, it's one thing I have to ask of you, to say, I'll let you take it from here. How much time do you need to have if you want to be the active member of an association?
Thank you very much, Mr. Young. The truth is that what Auntie have just expressed is there are so many people in the same category in this country. The thing is, Auntie's own is a bit more difficult because she didn't grow up in Benin. So, like if she had attended a secondary school in Benin, there would be secondary school association, which at the same time bring people back. Like personally, the only association I belong to in this country is my old boys association. But the truth is that sometimes we are there, we are in a meeting, we speak Benin because all of us are almost Benin. Maybe even the ones that are not, they understand Benin. So basically, the truth is that what you just said, because that is the core problem. The fact that you time because for an association to grow, every association you see, even if there are 200 members, 10 people are the one that is carrying the association, and that is where the problem comes from. So sometimes, like, let me not go too far, because what Auntie has said here now is something that we should equally look at as. Because as you, myself, and then we have a lot of
the presidents of I want to say to you,
the president of Edo Union, the president of United.
But what we currently have, Auntie, I would stick to the fact, in the UK, we have a lot of, we have Edo National, we have Benin Union. We don't have Edo Unions driven by women. So if we want to, if you want to bring Auntie to an association now, it will most likely be a joint one of women and men. And
Yes.
you understand, if that's your preference.
Yes, I prefer that.
You prefer that. So to all the presidents and everybody watching, I think you need to switch your game up.
Yeah, we know how to talk to each and every one of
With the
them.
president, you cannot be found on Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your objectives are not clear. You understand? Your contact details are not there. You understand? You don't hold meeting in an organized manner that somebody who is interested can just come and join. You know, and Uncle, please go.
I just want to touch on one thing quickly. People have friends, they socialize. It doesn't build. We need to come to a point, a stage now where we need to come together to have a community to build. That's our target.
That's the key. Because, just to add to that, there is Arbor Day coming up. The Obi of Arbor and everybody are going to come to that occasion because they have
Yes.
a big platform. Yeah. And meanwhile, you can't compare their population to us. Which means we need to really up our games. And then if we all have to now contribute to this discussion. You're going to drive.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant to have Auntie. It's brilliant to have Auntie. And Auntie, just because we're pressed for time, I want you now to address the president of the current Edo Association, what you're looking for and what you expect, and they can contact me to get your contact details. But please send your message to them. I would send you that.
Well, what I will say is, I've already said most I need to say, but what I will suggest is that an association should have a constitution that everybody adhere to. And in that constitution, everybody will have a role to play. And if everybody plays the role, then the atmosphere, the foundation will be built and everybody will fit into it. So the precedents we have, first of all, what I'm looking at is that it is not structured. If it is structured, you should be able to just type Edo communities and then the whole history will come out and you know whom to contact. So if you don't even have that first stage for anybody to contact, then it is not structured, it's not working. And for it to work, people need to come together, structure time that people can meet, create a constitution. And in that constitution, we will know where we meet, who is this, if there is a problem, these are the legal team, you can contact this person. If it is a social team, this is the person head of social. If it is education, this is the person head of education. This is the unit for education. And just have them like that together as a body. So anybody, somebody phones the office now, if you have a business, somebody phones the office, you have the course head, you have a receptionist who picks, and you say, what section do you want to speak to? So if you say you want to speak to personnel, they refer you to personnel. So if you say you want to speak to a finance, they refer you to finance. The same thing can happen in an association. If you have a constitution, which organizations call policies and procedures, then you will be able to have those segments within that body. And that segment makes the body work together. And then you create an atmosphere that is expected in a place of work, harmonious, conducive for everybody to work in. So the organization become a place where everybody wants to go to. You want to look forward to.
Yes.
You want to say end of the month, and our party is coming. This person, we need to go and see this woman. For good or bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if somebody is bereaved, you can then say, okay, go to that department and say, select 2 senior people or 5 senior people. We need to go and see this person. It helps you. It makes you feel part of something. It makes you feel belong. You have a child and you have few people, Nigerian culture, Benin culture, few people, elders will come first, rejoice with you before you actually have your party. So that's the sort of thing I'm looking at, but I'm not seeing it. It's going to take time to work it out, but that's where I think the presidents now should start looking at. And before they select the next president, they have to have criteria in place that those people will meet for that role and be able to drive that association forward for the good of everybody, including those of us in Nigeria.
Thank you. But if we had never started, if we didn't have an association, I would have said aunties can come and be the president. You understand?
No.
But now, just before we leave, she's Princess Okoruwa, and we have spoken a lot of English today. You understand? So I want her to close off by just greeting the people bye-bye in the Benin language. Yes. You understand? So this is Princess Okoruwa, a granddaughter of Kwadolo, you don't remember anything. Okay, please take it away. Just greet us in Benin language so you don't think it's all Lagos and Yoruba. Let's go for it.
Okay. Wakoyo, Wadomo, Wawese, Oba Tope.
He says.
So even if I to here and one to Tayo when we listen to Matayana. So if Pomuwa, the man do we now make it now do a higher platform. We need to turn it in our so.
Let's see. How about that? Thank you.
We did no this nothing, no this nothing, no this nothing. We see things every day. That's a lot involved. All of what she told. Now this wahala done, bust my body the road.